P-I-E, persuade, inform. What was that last one, that E in pie? That's right, entertain. Today, we're going to talk about what it means to entertain your reader. In the last few lessons, we've been going over author's purpose, and we've talked about what it means to persuade your reader. We've talked about what it means to inform your reader, and now we're going to talk about what it means to entertain your reader. So what does that mean? What does it mean to entertain? Well, as we learned from the Intro to Author's Purpose lesson, when someone writes to entertain, they're writing to amuse the reader. Doesn't this guy look happy in that picture right there? He must be looking at something interesting on that iPad. So when someone writes to entertain, they're writing to amuse the reader. That definition doesn't really do us much good if we don't know what that word amuse means. When people hear amuse, often they think amuse means something happy, and it does not necessarily mean happy. When someone writes to entertain, they could be writing scary stories. They could be writing a joke book or play or movie scripts or anything fictional. Of course, fictional means make-believe. And that last one is a big category. Anything fictional that you are reading or writing, the purpose behind that, the primary or most important purpose, would be to entertain the reader. Anything fictional. This is a pretty short lesson, so I'm going to put you to the test right now. We have an understanding on what it means to entertain. So now I'm going to read 3 short pieces of text. It's up to you to listen and see if you can figure out which one was written to entertain the reader. Here we go. Number 1. Almost all water on Mars exists as ice, though it also exists in small quantities as vapor in the atmosphere. The only place where water is visible on Mars is at the surface, at the North Polar Ice Cap. Number 2. It wasn't soon after they found water on Mars that strange things started happening on Earth. First, mysterious flying objects started appearing at night, and then the aliens started invading. Number 3. The new Celestron telescope allows you to see far into space, so far that you can actually see Mars. For 3 low payments of $99.99, this exciting new telescope can be yours. All right. So, which one was written to entertain? Number 1, number 2, or number 3? Well, if you thought number 2, then you thought correct. There we go. I was waiting for the circle to come up there. Number 2 was written to entertain the reader because it is fictional. At least I hope it is. I hope the aliens have not started invading. So number 2 is correct. Oh, all right. We're going to click the X on that. Hopefully we're still recording here. Don't know what that was about. Number 2 was written to entertain. So what do you think the purpose behind number 1 was? All talking about the ice and water on Mars. Probably to inform. Right? Number 1 was written to inform the reader. It's giving us information about water and ice on Mars. And then what about number 3? What was the purpose behind number 3? If you thought persuade, then you were correct again. Number 3 was written to persuade the reader. If you think back to those commercials we watched in class, they were trying to persuade you to buy something. Number 3 is trying to persuade you to buy that new Celestron telescope for the 3 low payments of $99.99. And of course, number 2, as we said, that one was the one we were looking for. That was to entertain. I hope this helped. At this point, we've talked about PIE, persuade, inform, and entertain. Let me know if you have any questions.